So today we are going on a mini VIP tour, and it takes us up the mountains, takes us around the coastal road, and stops at a few different locations and whatnot. The tour itself, I think, has a little bit of history in it because we're going to see some caves where apparently the first people who came to the Canary Islands, the first people who stayed here, actually stayed in these caves. So this is going to be real interesting. I kind of like this kind of stuff, that kind of history stuff, because I'm really a bit of a buff that way. And then we're going to like a plantation, maybe like an aloe vera plantation or a cactus plantation where they're growing some plants and whatnot, so that would be interesting. And then we're going to some viewpoints and whatnot, so I'm really hoping to see some really nice things today. And the tour guide that I contacted about this, I was quite lucky actually, because I contacted a couple, but they didn't really seem to get back to me that much. But then this other guy, Michael, who actually the tour company is just around the corner from the hotel. It's quite close. It's probably the closest one. And he was like the second one that I contacted, and he was just amazing. He just messaged back straight away. He gave me a website to go onto and look at the tours and whatnot, and everything just seemed to, be very organised, and I was really pleased with that. So if anybody is going to come and do any sort of tours, I highly recommend that you use Michael to do them, because he just really inclusive and really knowledgeable about what he was selling and whatnot, and when we went round to speak to him about boat tours also, he knew everything about what I said, oh, this is what I'm looking for, and he knew what to advise me to go to. I'll leave the link in the description to his website, so as anybody who comes here can see which website it is, and and if you want to go in the same tour that I'm going on, or go on the boat tour that I'm going to book tomorrow, then you can do that through him. And it's sometimes it's a bit of like, there's a bit of risk involved in booking these tours and whatnot, because you don't really know these people, you don't really know who they are, and I just got the vibe from Michael that I could trust him, and it just made everything so much easier, so much less stressful, so I think if you're going to go on these tours, definitely use Michael. I'm in Playa del Ingles, which is like near Maspalomas. I think it's part of Maspalomas. I'm not really sure about that yet. I haven't really figured that one out. But yeah, I'm staying in one of the big hotels here, and his tour company is just around the corner from that hotel. I'll tag the location as well, so as everybody can see where his location is. And I'll show you guys all the tour. I'm just waiting for the tour company to show up now. It comes at 8:30. Yeah.
Because you go out in the field sometimes. It's like the trees we see here with bean capsules. That is flamboyant, and they are actually originally coming from Madagascar.
Oh, right.
If you didn't know that. And the palm trees we have here, that is the date palm trees, the phoenix palms. So it's a local species of palm trees. I'm going to explain a little bit when we drive later on. As I said, my name is Jan. I'm from Sweden, and I do speak some different languages. You already figured that one out. Eine kleine bisschen Deutsch. Some Spanish, some Danish, some Norwegian, some Swedish, and some other languages, Spanish included. And this is the beautiful island of Gran Canaria. You think that this is a very big island. It's not. I'm actually gonna, from the north here to the south, we only have 31 miles, 50 kilometers for you. East to west, also 31 miles, 50 kilometers again. And at the moment we're standing down here between the green dot, that was the golf course we was discussing down here, and the text, that is Holiday World. From here we have 139 miles over to West Sahara, that is 240 kilometers. And that is what dictates the weather for the south part of the island. So when we get the sandstorm in West Sahara, a day later we start getting the sand in here. In the summertime, usually with a heat wave, in the winter time, usually a little bit colder. Uh, when we have that, we call it a Kalima, and Kalima seasons are usually between June and October, but it could come up any time in the year, but it's when we have most of them. And as I said, that dictates the weather on the south part of the island. Up here we have Las Palmas, the capital, with about 150 hotels and 320,000 people. Basically, one third of the population lives in Las Palmas. And on this side of the island, the weather is more dictated by the northeast trade winds coming down here. So that part is a little bit colder and a lot wetter. You're going to see that today. Down here we have the airport where you arrived. That one opened in April 1967, and we're going to pass that one today. We're not going to stop because it's not your day today. Down here we have the old airport. This one they closed 1969 in October, and today, by all the secretness, that is where the helicopter for rescue service starts, and we don't know that the police have the police helicopters down here because that is a secret. You could see it from the road.
I'll make sure and not post that on YouTube then.
No, please don't do that. I mean, if you put it 50 yards from the road.
Yeah. People are going to see it. Yeah. It's not a very good secret.
But it's also the beginning of the tourist zone with Bahia Feliz. So from Bahia Feliz, the whole way up to Porto Mugan, we have just over 5,000 hotels. That means that we have a tourist zone down here. Mas Palomas area starts by Bahia Feliz and goes almost to Aguin. Down here we have 189,000 hotel beds, and we change people 2 times a week. We change on a Wednesday and a Saturday, so if you do something naughty, do it a Tuesday or a Friday, because Wednesday, nobody remember it, they have gone home. So you have an idea what and when you do things. What we're going to do today, we're going to have a lovely day. Anybody afraid of heights? No, not yet. We're going to go up through San Fernando, the local part, up to the red dot. That is the highway into the mountain. Meaning that every bicycle, every rental car, and a lot of the excursions go up the same way. And we're going to follow them the whole way up to Mirado Mosca, a beautiful viewpoint where we could see down towards the dunas. And of course, we could also see what they call the Grand Canyon of the island. And that could be a little bit questionable, but they call it the Grand Canyon of the island. After that, we keep going up towards Aratera and the Valley of 1,000 Palm Tree, keep going up towards Fataga. Fataga is a village that is about 350 years old. It's a very quiet village, and you're going to have some time to explore it. For the lady, that is also a stop where we have public toilets. And when we talk public toilets in the mountain, a good advice could be to have a paper napkin with you. I know that it could be needed.
On your duck leaves.
What?
No, I don't think they'll get duck leaves here.
Well, I was saying, in days of old, when knives were bold and toilet paper wasn't invented.
No, but at that time,
And we won't go there.
at that time, they did something else. It was shake it, baby, shake it.
Yes, it was. Or in good old England, it was a clump of grass.
Or what you found.
I prefer moss.
Yeah, well, in Sweden we took the beaches like sandpaper.
Yeah.
Moist away, they said. Anyway, now we're getting out of track.
Now we're out of the gutter.
Oh, it's
It's
just
going
a
to be
bit
a
of
funny
fun.
day. After that, we're going to drive up San Bartolomé de Tirajana. That's going to be an information stop of what we see. And today going to be a beautiful day for that. After that, we keep going, passing the center of the island Ayakata up towards Tejeda. In Tejeda, that is a more modern village, and it's built about 250 years ago. And in the beginning, it was where we had like the wool industry, wool center. Today, it's mostly famous for all the almond cookies they bake up there. And to give you a fair warning, I'm going to repeat the warning up here. Uh, it's not a shopping trip, but you're going to find the bakeries for the almond sweets and the cookies. It's very easy to overexpand up here, just so you know.
Yes.
I'm going to explain it when we get up here. After that, we drive up towards Atinara. Atinara is the home of the cave houses. Up there, we have about 650 of them. And guess what? We're going to meet Mr. No, we're not going to meet Fred and Wilma Flintstone. We're going to visit one of the cave houses.
Oh, nice.
So you're going to see the inside of the cave house. If that is not working, I do have a backup plan. After that, we go up Pino Galdar up towards Fontanales, where you're going to have a chance to have something to eat. And after Fontanales, lovely road going up towards Moya and San Felipe on the north side of the island. North side, more waves, a little bit more dramatic. They also have some tidewater pools up there. It's also the last stop of the day where we also do have toilets, and that could be good to use because after that we go towards Las Palmas and down, and we're going to be down here 4:30, 5 o'clock. Fontanales, the lunch stop, going to be 2-ish o'clock, so you have a timetable to work with. That is my plan for the day, and it sounds like a good plan.
It does sound like a good plan.
It was working yesterday, and I hope that it works today.
I love it when a good plan comes together, as the A-teamers say.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
You were spot on.
I think it's at Hannibal.
I know I'm spot on.
Hannibal, is it Hannibal? No, is it?
Yeah, it's Hannibal.
Hannibal,
Oh,
yeah.
Hannibal.
I love it when a good plan comes together.
And
The only thing you ever did. Show that cigar and say that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So from the 19th of August 1454, we only have Spanish people on the island officially. And the island was recognized as a Spanish colony 1475, 26 years later. And the next important event we already touched a little bit with Christopher Columbus coming to the island 1454. He was bunkering up with water and food before he continued to the west. Do you have any questions so far?
No, it's all good.
You're a bit of a historian, aren't you?
Yeah, well, just a little bit.
Hey, get all them good get all that on there.
I like that one.
Yeah.
Hey,
Middle of nowhere.
Thank you very much.
So I think this is a dark night observatory, you know, so you can bring your telescope up here and there's no light pollution. I think that's part of what that is. Is it a dark night? In the UK we call them dark night areas, and it's basically where there's very little light pollution.
Next up, we have also toilets, restrooms, drink a coffee. It's in about 10 minutes. In a small village here.
We should talk about the like I say, many carnival.
Starlight tourist destination.
Ja, den sieht man auch öfters, den kleinen Wagen.
So I think we're going to head along this road here, all the way in here, into this area here, which is going to be pretty cool, I would say. Stopped in a little village.
When you get out, we stand here. It's easier for me to show a little bit. When it comes to the church here, unfortunately this church is closed. Apparently in 2008 someone was stealing one of the artifacts in the church. We wait for the last one. That poster, we're going to see that on the road later on. So you're going to be able to see that. Do you need help when you get in and out? Yeah. I'm going to start with the statue we have here. This is one out of 26 statues that we have on the island. We basically have one in each county, and we have 24 counties on the island. San Bartolomé and Las Palmas, they actually have two of them. This is a sculpture artist that did the 26 sculpture celebrating the hard work of the ladies of the island. And without charging anybody, he just put out one in each county, and he had two over. So he put two extra, one here in the tourist zone and one extra in Las Palmas. Also here, as I said, that street down about 50 meters, you have a street to your left. About 30-40 meters down, you see the name Fataga on one of the brick walls. You're also going to see some photos and some text on the tiles sitting there. That is the old washing place on the island, in the village. That was still used about 20 years ago, but today it's deteriorating, so it's not going to be much left of it in a soon future. Also behind here you have a house. On that side you see over there by the flowers. We have two doors. The first door is for the lady if you need toilets. The second door is for the gentleman. It's very simple toilet. As I said, it could be a good idea to have a paper napkin with you. See you back here in 20 minutes. So basically 10:25.
This way, that's a little village. So the tour guide there was just saying that this church here used to be open, but in 2008, I think he said, somebody stole some things out of it, so they had to lock it. So it's only open on like probably a Sunday when they're having a congregation or something. But it's a beautiful church. I mean, like, the trees here, they've got the trees growing in the courtyard all around it. So it's literally surrounded by trees, and it is so beautiful. You know, and the bells at the top there, look. Look at the old bells, look. I wonder how old they are. So he said down, did he say down to the left? Left, yeah? So down to the left apparently is just over there. See that building there? Yeah. So he said down to the left is the old washing place. So I'm guessing they used to do the like washing clothes and washing clothes and washing themselves, I suppose. It's a sleepy little village, so it is. I think it's mostly old tourists out here. Oh, this is it. Yeah, this is where they used to do the washing. Look. So this must be where they used to do the washing. There must have been water that would come through here. So they would channel water through there, all the way through here, and people would just come down here, this little spot here, and do their washing. But there's a wee photo of them doing it there. That's like old school, properly old school. You can see like all the rocks that have been worn, like where people have been rubbing their clothes against it and whatnot. That's really cool. Not often you see stuff like that still intact. Like, you take photographs and I'll take video, right? So then we've got like both on the go, you know? So there's grates. You see the grates here? There's grates that run through here. So see, when it rains, this must channel the water through the village. Look. So I'm guessing people could only do their washing when it was actually raining. See it? It's like an open water system. Don't know if anybody's interested in engineering. Oh, I'm going to be a bit mad here. Yeah. That's the daisies. You take photographs, yeah? I've got video on the go. No, you go ahead. All right, thanks. Oh, look at that little view there, look. Over the top of the village. Oh, these are actually houses, people live here. You know, it's not just like for tourists to come and see, people actually live here. I can imagine it'd be a really peaceful place to live. Oh. I think I can hear bees. I think I can definitely hear bees. Where am I hearing bees? Somebody's got beehives. So Somebody's making honey. Oh, look at the little cat. Oh, just sitting there in the sunshine. Yeah, just relaxing. Look. I don't think I was meant to come quite this far, but hello. Hello. Not going to touch it just in case it's got fleas. Oh, this is so cool. Look at this. Look at this. This is so cool. So I think I can go all the way around, actually. So if I go carry on with this path, I think it goes all the way around. I'm just trying to see how long the video's been running. Look at these flowers. Oh, I can hear local voices. So I think this is the end of the path. I don't think I can go any further. Yeah, this is definitely the end of the path. So I'll pause it and I'll go back to the church. So this is the church. What did he say the town was called? Oh, who's this? Who's this guy? Who is this guy? He looks grumpy, doesn't he? Oh.
Tiredness. His title is Tiredness.
Yeah. Go around this way, Jennifer. Yeah, it goes all the way around, don't worry. This must be like, see when they're having like an outside congregation. You know, see when it's too hot in the church or something. They'll have an outside congregation. That hill tired me right out. Look how beautiful this courtyard is. It's so beautiful, and it's so peaceful. And see when you go underneath the shade as well, it's quite cool, isn't it? That's a beautiful little village, isn't it? Yeah. Absolutely beautiful. You know, and it's still got some of the traditional things like the washing, you know how you're saying about the washing bit and that.
And
so
also
beautiful.
this tree here, this is Ficus Benjamin.
All right. What does that mean?
It's like the small ficus you buy and you put in your living room.
All right.
But this is a little bit...
Oh, that's a bit bigger, yeah.
a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
But the correct name of them is Benjamin ficus.
All right, and they're all the same brand? Yeah. Brand, species even?
Yeah.
Sounds like a scientific name.
Maybe Latin, is it Latin? Is that name? Is that the Latin name you're giving us there, yeah? So we just stopped at this little viewpoint here, and you can see all of the buildings where people live right on the edge of the cliff and right on the edge of the valley. There's like lots of roads going all the way down here. Unbelievable.
Things to look at. I'm going to say welcome to the Caldera de Tirajana. We are actually been driving in a crater for the last few minutes. We are standing in the biggest crater on the island. This one is 10 miles across, 16 kilometers for you.
A meteor crater?
No,
Oh.
volcanic crater.
Oh, volcanic crater. All right.
So we've been in the crater for a while. This one was erupting about 14 million years ago, giving us the highest point of the island, the triangle-shaped peak over there. That is Pico de Nieves, means the point of snow. And Pico de Nieves is 6,002 feet over sea level, 1,949 meters. The name Pico de Nieves means the point of snow, and we do get snow down here. It happens about 3 times every 10 years. Last time we had snow down here was in February. The people in the village Tunte down here, they went crazy, pick up the kids from school, drive them up to the snow so they could throw snowballs. That is apparently exotic. I'm from Sweden, it's not exotic. It's cold and it's wet.
Yeah, we heard.
Yeah.
By some of the guests at the hotels.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, they actually have a new national sport down here. They build small snowmen and put it on the roof of a car and see how far down they could drive with it. That is illegal in the whole Europe, but here they allowed it. That day I was standing down here, we had 14 degrees, it was raining, life was miserable for the whole group. And my girlfriend, she was at the beach, 22 degrees, didn't have a clue. We have 4 different climate zones on the island, and we have 65 microclimate zones. So depending on where you are on the island, you have different climates and different temperatures.
All right.
It could change in a couple of 100 meters down here if you follow the road. So you could go from 28 degrees to 42 degrees in like 80 yards. So it's very different depending on where you are. Also behind us, we have Risco Blanco, the White Mountain. 1948, they found 5 mummies in that mountain. The mummies has been transported to the university in Las Palmas. They've been dated between 2,700 and 3,000 years old. So it is the original Guanches that had that. They have sealed off the mountain today because we still have cave paintings up there that we don't know what they mean. Also in the background, behind the eucalyptus trees, we could see a village. That village is Santa Lucia, and that region down there are basically mostly famous for the olive oil that they do. It is one of the best in the world. If you find a bottle 350 milliliters, you're going to pay like 13, 14 euros. They have one contest, and the olive oil down there is good enough for Gordon Ramsay, so it's good enough for me.
That's correct.
Yeah, well, simple math.
I don't like Gordon Ramsay. It's too abusive. The abuse that he gives out is no need for
Because
it.
it's
Yeah.
awful.
And
Yeah.
also, I'm going to give you some other news. He can't do any pasta.
Yeah.
He don't know how to do a pasta carbonara.
Yeah.
And I know that.
He doesn't know how to make scrambled egg either. Ever seen him making scrambled egg?
Yeah.
Oh, it's the worst scrambled. He thinks it's the best, but I tell you, it's the worst I've ever seen. It's not even. There's no like scrambled egg should be like lumpy.
Yeah.
You know, his is just like liquid.
Yeah.
You know, his is like 90% liquid.
Yeah.
And oh man, I just
But so that region is for olive oil.
olive oil.
Olive oil.
Also, when we look at the mountain here, you see some small caves. A lot of them do have water because of a pine tree. Water gets filtered through the soil here and through the cracks in the mountain and collected in caves. On the north side, we have Firgas, Terror, Fontana Bruma. That is where we get the drinking water from. And the open caves around here is mostly for the animals. And the biggest wild animal we have on the island is also the most dangerous one. In the UK, you call them rabbits. Yeah, well, you was the one interested in this. No, wait, we give it to him because you're occupied.
That's okay.
This is the bars from the canary pine tree, and if you take them on the top and you drag easy down, you could feel the ripples where they collect the moist. And if you turn it around, now I'm gonna hold here, and you squeeze and drag down, you could feel the moist. Yeah, but if you hold that first.
Oh, do it that way?
No.
Oh, that one?
From the top.
From the top?
On the top.
From the top down and then the other way, yeah? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then you feel.
Feel.
You can feel where you
Yes.
Oh, just to the end of it.
like little sugary things.
Like, yeah.
No, but now you have an idea how they collect the moisture.
Yeah.
Takes you out the clouds and things. Moisture.
We have the two oldest houses in the village, or what's left of them. They was built in the mid 1500. And down here to the right we have a small shrine displaying one of the church figures. When it comes to the shrine spread out on the island, around a meter.
Oh, cheeky. Look at this, look at this. Look at that. Oh my God. I don't know if the camera really displays how far down that is, but that is death defying right there. Jennifer, just be really careful if you come to the edge because that goes straight down. Where's your phone? Take your phone out and take some photographs. Take your phone out and take some photographs. Yo. this here, I don't know if the camera's going to show this, but that is straight off the edge. I'll pause it when I go down because it's going to be precarious. So he just dropped us off in this little village here. It's got some shops, and he's the tour guide has says we've got 30 minutes to go and explore. So we're going to take a little gander down this way. See, there's a church down here that's open as well, so that might be nice to look into. Hey, Jennifer. Yeah. Hey, Jen. Let's go and look over the edge here. Got me an ice cream, and that's 2 scoops. 2 scoops. I mean, the guy said, "Oh, can you give me 4?" Oh, 4 would be massive. That's huge, isn't it? It's a massive ice cream.
Not like this in Scotland.
No, you don't give me as big a scoop as that in Scotland.
That will be the price of a
It's so nice as well. It's so nice. How good is it, Jennifer? Chocolate. Lovely. Let's go. I'm going to get brain freeze. I'm going to get brain freeze. So we're in this little village, and they've sold us some ice cream, and it's the best ice cream I've ever tasted. I'm not kidding you. It's right up in the mountains. You know, it's probably the highest town here. Way up here. 2,000 people stay in this little town, and it's so beautiful. We are about to enter what is a museum cave. So it's a cave house that's been turned into a museum for tourists, which looks absolutely amazing if you ask me. So this is going to be an example of a house, a cave house.
With a camera.
Sorry, my bad. I was waiting for Jennifer actually.
Okay, for my group, we start with a big tree here. This is the piece of elastic that I was talking about. So this is the leaf. And if you do a cut here, about 30 minutes later it starts dripping some of the latex that becomes the rubber. And I want you to go inside the first cave.
Enjoy the visit.
Is the camera okay?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, thank you. Oh, look at the little birdies! Oh, I'm gonna have to get a little clip of them. That must be the canaries. That must be canaries.
You could keep doing the movie. You're allowed to film in here.
Yeah.
This is cave number 1, the one that I was saying that I'm going to give you some more information. You could feel the temperature. In here, it's between 18 to 21 degrees. I guess it's like 19 today. What is striking when you go inside, everything is white. That is a lime wash that they put on. Because the poor farmers, they could only afford to have like 2 candles in a room like this. And they didn't have a lot of money. And the lime wash is reflecting the light into the center, so you have light in the room. Another benefit with the lime wash is that it also seals bacteria and virus, so you don't spread the disease as quick. In a room like this, it could sleep up to 20 people at the same time. So you have the boys on the messy bed, you had mom and dad and the youngest on that bed, you had the girls here. When all the bed was filled up, you slept on the floor. So it was a very hard life. Life expectancy at that point, it was pretty short. When you was reaching 40, you was actually very old. Yeah, today a lot of people start thinking about getting kids at that age. In the past, that was the end of a kid area. Also here, we have the traditional dresses. I would say that the girl here, she would most likely be more dressed in black. And it's for a reason, because very young, she get married. Very young, she lost the first child, or she lost a relative, and she start mourning and getting dressed in black. It's basically the same as in the UK or Germany if we go 200 years back in time, so it's not that big difference. When it comes to the gentleman, he have a wool blanket on the shoulder. And now you think that is to keep him warm. It's actually to protect him from the sun and also keeping him cold. He's dressed to go into the mountain with the goats and the sheep. And when it comes to the boys, you was a boy or a kid up till the age of 12. And that means that you was running around without shoes, you was having shorts, and you had a shirt or something simple. When you reach the age of 12, you was considered adults, and you get the long trousers, and you get the shirt, the vest, and the blanket, and also the fabric shoes. That meant that you could go into the mountain, and you could take the animals with you. And you had some knowledge about how dangerous it was in the mountain. It's not without danger. Also here, this stone is coming from Las Canteras. It's about 350 years old. And in the past, when they wanted water, they needed to collect it. So they collect the rainwater like the reservoirs I showed or pointed out. What they did was taking a bucket of water, they poured it on the top. This is sandstone with a little bit lime in it. 20 minutes later, it started drizzling down to the jar here. And you had filtered drinkable water. So filtering water is not a new idea. It's actually from the Roman people. But today we do it in a much bigger scale. Any questions? No? If you have any questions, you could ask me in the car, or you could ask Denise, the young girl outside. This day gonna take about 20 minutes. I say about, so it's not really a fixed time, but so please walk around. You have a map and the information on the sheet. When you think that you're finished, you leave it to Desiree, and I meet you down by the car. Okay?
Yes.
Thank you.
And you are allowed to take photo, making films.
That's great.
You are allowed to put on the flash if needed. Okay?
That's great. Thank you.
You can have a mint if you're going out. I knew you knew that.
Oh, mind your head.
If I was leaving money, you'd be living like this now.
Hey.
This is where the food was stored.
Oh, the corn on the cob's gone wrong.
That separates it. Put it in there and turn it, just like the whole thing you live. Guess what you use them for?
What?
Don't you know what you just use the old cobs of corn for? I'll give you a clue. When you go to WC, that's what you used to use.
Oh, be quiet.
It must be canaries. Yeah.
Put them. Australian birds. Oh.
A yellow one.
Sunshine. Should we let them through?
Yeah. What's this section here? What does it say? 3 is laundry and garden cave. There's goldfish in there. Yeah, there's goldfish in there.
I really look at you.
I know, it must have been difficult, eh?
Wow.
I might have to do 2 separate videos, one of this section of the cave house and one of like the actual trip. So this section in here, 4, is cave for trades of... Wow, this is a big room. Dug out by hand, look. Literally dug them out by hand with these like picks, shovels and old wheelbarrows. They must have been keen to create some sort of dwelling if they were digging them out by hand, you know? They must have came across natural caves and realised it was cooler inside, and then thought, what we'll do is we'll create our own caves, you know?
I like the table.
Yeah. It's made nice, isn't it?
It's so nice, isn't it?
Very nice.
This is going forward, take it.
Yeah. Bit more room. Yeah, I can get your sewing done.
No singer.
Yeah.
Worldwide.
Some sculptures up there, Jennifer. There's a couple of sculptures up there, look.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh.
Fertility. Fertility dolls. When you'd have 3 bottles of wine, you went in there and you went singing. I think for you, what you know.
Look at this door as well, that's a nice door. Alright, buddy.
Could be like me coming up.
So this one in here, cave number 5, is Cave of Los Indianos.
Oh, this is much nice. This is like luxury.
Oh yeah, this is like very nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
All the posh
There's
plates and
bigger
everything, look.
rooms. The rooms are bigger, the beds are bigger. The babies. The babies.
Oh, the baby's
bed.
cot, yeah.
Yeah. There's a peacock, you know.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, it is. Sit down and you do yeah.
And beds are facing each other. There must have been a couple in this bed and then a couple in this bed as well. Oh, pulling that.
Oh, that's really nice. Look.
Yeah.
Really nice. It's beautiful.
Nice wood carving, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so well, this is Asia. We never know the temperature, so that's why the caves are so necessary if we get this.
Go up this way. So this cave here, cave 6. Oh, cave 6 is just a
Oh,
toilet.
there's a toilet here.
That's just toilet. That's just I don't know if you can use them. Please turn off the light when you leave. Possibly you can use them. Kitchen. So this is the kitchen. So, well, like you said, they used to cook outside. The tour guide said in the bus that what they would do is they'd prepare the food in the cave and then they would cook it outside.
This is the big kitchen. 1, 2.
Das ist Backo. Zeigt uns eine Spezialität aus
Oh, somebody's broken that basin.
Kartoffelbrot. Die Zutaten sind Mehl, Hefe, Salz, Anis, Kartoffeln.
That's
Isn't
a
it?
very fun
You can kind of smell the food actually, can't you? They must have put like some kind of food in here that creates a
This
fragrance.
is real. It's salt.
Yeah.
This is real.
This is the last.
Take a seat.
It's a beautiful kitchen.
Is it?
Right, Jennifer, where's my dinner? Come on, where's my dinner? Look at the view you get from here. Look at that view. Watch out the way, Jennifer. Look at that view. Wow. That's amazing. So that was the cave. The cave house. Or the caves, or the way they used to live in the mountains with the caves. Of the hill there, come down the road all the way down off the hill. It's quite a long drive over the top of the island, but it's good. And we've just come down, and this is what we've been confronted by: this absolutely beautiful pebble beach. Look at this. Oh, and I did actually see a surfer. There's a surfer out there. Oh yeah, he's on the other side. We'll go down the other side. Going on the other side, there's actually a surfer over there. Let's go and see if we can get some footage of him. Oh, look at the rock pools. Yeah, it's over the other side there. See where those ladies are over there? Yeah, that's where it is, yeah. This water is so clear. I just want to go swimming now. Oh, there's loads of fish in there. You can see loads of fish. I don't know if you're going to get that in my camera. Right there. Let's have a look. No, I don't think you're going to be able to see the fish through the camera, but there's loads of fish in there. They're like kind of sardine type fish. Using the rocks for cover. Oh, there's absolutely loads of them. I've loved every minute of this tour. Absolutely loved every minute of it. It's been great. There's been history, there's been agriculture, there's been geology, you know, the guy has given us so many subjects. He's given us so much information about the island. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. About 5 minutes here at the beach. Well, not the beach, the seashore, because it's more of a pebble beach. And these surfers, we've got these surfers surfing away. You know, this tour has been brilliant. It's been amazing. I can't recommend this tour any more than what I have. The tour guide has been a wealth of knowledge the whole time, you know, and we've seen the most amazing places on this island. It's called on the tour that we booked, it's called the VIP minivans tour, and we booked it with a fella, Michael. I'm going to tag his website in the video, so as then anybody coming to the Canary Islands can look into that, you know, and do this tour. I can't, you know, it's just an amazing tour. You know, we've seen so much, and with some of the viewpoints that we've been at, and we've seen it's amazing. Yeah, I know, I've seen the fish. Yeah, it's like they're like sardine type fish. Yeah. Oh, look, they're after the bread. Look. No, but look, they're after the bread.
Yeah.
Did you see this crab?
Yeah, look, the crab is there.
Oh yeah, on the edge of the rocks. Yeah. So I don't know if you can see that quite, but there's a crab. There's a few crabs actually, just on the edge of the rocks there. And somebody threw some bread in, and the fish are going wild for that bread. Where's that bread? Oh, there it is over there, look.
Yeah, look.
Yeah, the fish are going wild for it, aren't they? Yeah. Where is it? Where's the bread? Where did it go? Oh, did it wash up? Oh, it's washing up. It's been caught by the waves. I've got all the fish in there, look. This has been a great tour, hasn't it, Jennifer? It's been an amazing tour. These surfers over here going in, look. Is she going swimming? Oh, look, there's that bread, look. Those fish are munching up that bread. Absolutely munching it up. Where is it on the... You can see all the fish swarming around the bread, eating the bread. Look at that.
Oh my god.
Beautiful.
I was just thinking, are they actually get the bite of the bread?
Yeah, they're eating the bread. They're definitely eating the bread. They're trying to bite bits off the bread.
They're taking it away from there and taking it.
Yeah.
Huh.
They're all over, aren't they? They might be, well, I don't know what kind of fish they are. I was thinking maybe they're like a mackerel type fish. But I don't think mackerel eat bread. Got some swimmers in here. Enjoying the sea.
Oh my god, I just need a net.
Yeah. This water is so clear, look. Look how clear the water is. Beautiful water. A little bit cold when you step in, but it's okay. And there's actually one of these black crabs over here. The tour guide was telling us about these black crabs. I think it just ran away. Did it just run away? There it is. There he is. There he is, just there. Oh, he's trying to run away. You see him? See him there? Oh, there he goes. Off into the water. Oh, he's coming round this way. What an amazing place.